So Mr. Politician, you're not welcome around. Rise against my people, you shall stumble and drown. Violate my people and treat them like clown. Hey, remember that you crossed the first down. Hey, so-called leaders. So-called leaders.
Alright, off your trot then. I said you're dismissed.
So-called leaders, yeah.
Greetings now, the educated. Good afternoon from a dreary and rather grey Bristol today. You see the wet road, it's been raining a little. So firstly then, I guess it's an apology for the lack of content. Let me reassure you that the lack of content is in no way down to the community protection warning. I just had some stuff going on. I've had some shit I needed to deal with. I've been busy basically, so that's why I haven't been making any videos. But here I am today. I'm actually just approaching a police station. I'm reaching New Bridewell police station. I've come with my CPW today because I've been asking. I know you guys wouldn't have had many updates, but I've been calling literally every day and trying to find out what's been going on. I've just been ignored. I did actually receive an email back the day before yesterday from Inspector Adam Dolling, just to tell me that he was going to contact me later in the week, which is dumb. Because just, you know, he took the time to email me, so you obviously had the time, so why not just respond then? But yeah, the purpose of my visit today to New Bridewell police station, equipped with my CPW, is to ask them to explain it to me again. And let me point out as well actually that although you haven't seen the videos, I have attended this police station once already, and I have attended Concord House police station twice, and I have not received a CPN. So take from that what you will. It was strange to see an auditor go to Concord House and interact with Sergeant now 939 King and be told that he was allowed to do it, because those are the guys that told me I wasn't. Anyway, here we are outside Bridewell. Let's go in and see if somebody is able to explain it to me. I doubt it, because they don't seem... Oh, nearly got crushed then. They don't seem to... I don't even think they really even know, to be honest, what this CPW actually means. But now I'm stuck in some kind of doorway that won't let me in for some reason. Oh, here we are. I had to reach the sensor. Hello. I'm after Inspector Dolling. Would be the perfect person to speak to, if I could, please.
I can ask, but obviously you're not allowed in here, Wesley.
Well, not being allowed is a little bit facetious, I think. More like you warned me not to.
Right, but there is that warning in
yeah, I know, but if I just tell you the reason why I'm here. What's the date today?
It's the 3rd of February.
Okay, so I've been ringing and emailing since the 20th of December, and I can't get a response. So the reason I'm here, I have my CPW here, and I'm going to ask in person, please, can somebody explain what this means to me? Because I have absolutely no idea what this is prohibiting me from doing. And I don't know how many times I need to ask. I absolutely have to come in because nobody's responding to me. Nobody's accepting my calls.
What I will do is I will let Inspector Dolling know that you've attended.
No, because that's the same as a phone call. I'd need to speak to a police officer in order to maintain my safety in terms of my mental health. I absolutely need an officer to explain this to me. So I'm here. It was served on me by Avon and Somerset Police, not Inspector Adam Dolling. This is Avon and Somerset Police. Somebody needs to explain it to me, please.
So unfortunately, this is an operational police station.
No, I know that.
Basically, I can call down for you at this moment.
But is Inspector Dolling here? I know that he's based here. He is on duty.
So you know this already?
I know that he's on duty, yeah.
Well, I don't know whether he's definitely in this building or not today. He might be based elsewhere.
That's fine. Could you find out and I'll go to where he is? Thank you.
Maybe I should have touched and ask them about it.
And just kind of for the record, it doesn't necessarily have to be him, as I explained before. Anybody who could explain this to me, I'd be grateful. Thank you. That's so crazy what you said. I'm not allowed in a police station. What if I needed help?
His phone's going to voicemail at the moment because
Yeah.
presumably he's busy doing something in a meeting.
Okay,
so,
someone else would be fine. Chief Inspector Cheeseman or Jonathan Scott, Inspector. 3187 Kearley, 1327 Fisher, 7106 Parsons. Any of those officers would be sufficient. Preferably 7106 Parsons, actually, because she's actually the author of this document.
they're all showing offline at the moment, so presumably they're not working today.
Right.
I can send her an email and ask her to make contact.
She won't contact me, which is why, that's why I've explained, that's why I'm here. Because nobody's responding to me. Now, if I, what am I supposed to do? I mean, what would you do?
I mean, I'm not in this situation.
I know, but no, which was a perfect opportunity for you to explain what you would do if you were potentially in this situation.
So I don't know what I would be able to do in
Okay.
that particular situation. I haven't been in that situation before, so I can't possibly theorise.
Okay.
The only thing I'm able to do is send that email up to the inspector or
Yeah.
include Kelly Parsons into
Yeah. One thing I would ask, could you just explain to me what conduct means on here? Because there's a star on it, and then on the back where it shows the star, it says conduct includes acts or omissions that may give rise to the detriment described. So could you, behaviour? But yeah, this is the thing. I don't know either, and it's difficult for me because I'm the one that's lawfully bound to this notice. So I don't really know how I'm supposed to follow it if officers are refusing to explain it to me.
Well, as I say, the only thing I can do today is let them know that you've attended.
Yeah.
They have a telephone that they can contact one.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I've explained to you that they don't contact me.
But there isn't anybody else I can ask you today, unfortunately. There isn't anyone
Any police officer.
there aren't any based in here. It's not an operational police.
Okay, so where can I go where I would be able to speak to a police officer?
Your nearest place would be Patchway.
Patchway, not Feeder Road,
No, because that's not open to the public.
but there are police officers there.
There are, but it's not.
Okay, but but it's public access though, isn't it? It's a police station. It's a police station.
Yeah, but it's not public access.
So there's no public access to a
No, there's
public-owned
nothing
building.
like this.
No, I know there's no reception. I know, but I could approach the outside of the building and ask for an officer, couldn't I?
Theoretically, yes, but
Okay. So, and just to confirm, there are no officers in this building.
not that I'm aware of today. No, there are never any police officers based
Okay.
here on a functional basis.
Okay. So, if I was to wait outside and wait for an officer, and then one comes, would they then speak to me and explain this to me?
That's entirely up to them. I can't possibly comment on that.
Oh, but you just did. You just literally just said just now that no officers would be able to.
If you're obviously on another committee,
If I don't know what it means.
have you considered speaking to the Citizens Advice Bureau?
No, because this is from Avon and Somerset Police. This is written in legalese.
They can support just general advice on screen and legal documentation as well.
So they'll be able to explain to me what this means.
Yes.
They'll be able to explain the terminology of this. Yeah?
They deal with everything.
So what they say, because in this document it says that I'm thereafter not to return when asked to leave a public place. If I go to the Citizens Advice Bureau and they tell me that that time frame is 5 minutes, I'm not allowed to return for 5 minutes. Does that mean, is that what I have to stick to in terms of the CPW? Or could it potentially be a situation where I go and ask somebody else for advice, they advise me on it, but then the police deem it different and then obviously act accordingly?
They can give you, if you're not understanding some of the actual wording of it, they can give you that, but in terms of the specifics, in terms of time frames,
Yeah.
they don't know what our time frames are.
Okay, but that's absolutely why I need a police officer then.
That's why I'm saying I'll make the request for someone to make contact with
Well, would you be able to make a request for somebody to come here and I'll wait?
you. No,
That happened last time though.
yeah, but that was because you're not supposed to be in here.
But I'm still not supposed to be in here.
Yeah. So what I'm offering to do for you now
Yeah.
is to put in someone may contact you.
Yeah.
But upon doing that, you will have to leave as per the warning that you're not meant to be.
Yeah, but like this warning's not only enforceable by a CPN at the minute. So if you'd like to issue me with a CPN, then you'd absolutely go ahead and do that. But in terms of the warning, it's just asking me not to, or is it ordering me not to?
I don't know the exact wording.
Okay, well, I can read it to you if you like. It says, I'm assuming you mean just the bit about the police station. Yeah, sure. You could have asked me. I would have. You just mean in terms of the police station, yeah?
Whichever section you're referring to.
It says not to be within 100 metres of or enter any police premises without prior consent unless you are reporting an emergency. In this case, you are to proceed immediately to report the emergency, and you are not to film this unless given consent.
Right, so
It doesn't tell me to leave when asked to.
well, you just mentioned a part.
That's a different part.
That's mentioning that part.
Yeah.
So obviously, in fact of that, at this precise second in time, you are in breach.
So does that? Okay. So does that mean that I have to be doing more than one of these to be in breach then?
No, not necessarily to be breach in one part.
Which part?
Well, any part.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. I don't know what it means.
If it's precise second in time, you just read out exactly what it says.
Yeah.
You're currently within 100 metres.
No, I'm inside the police station. I'm not within 100 metres. I am currently inside the police station.
It's not something we're going to debate.
No, it's not a debate. It's fact.
Well, as a fact,
Yeah. So this is, I don't know.
in breach of the order.
Well, I don't have an order. I have a warning.
Warning order.
Yeah, but this is the second time I've been in here.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what
The
I'm
person
saying.
who served you that was made aware of the fact that you've been in.
Yeah. So why haven't they served me a CPN?
I don't know.
Because it's unlawful.
I went to hospital, they said it was my mental health, but
No, I know. Neither do I. That's why I'm here
It's
asking.
in the meter, so now I know it definitely isn't my
And I'm
mental
going to
health.
reiterate further. I'm going to
But you haven't really said anything, my dear, to be honest with you. Not really. You've just said to me that someone will contact me back when I know categorically from experience that no one will. Because I've been asking since the 20th of December. There's an officer here coming in now. Can't one of them speak to me?
And I'm just saying that, so
But would you be able to find out if one of them has commitments, maybe? No? Can I wait then? Can you do it in a couple of seconds or a minute or so? I can wait. It's fine.
I don't know, I don't think so.
So you're refusing to help me?
I'm at risk, baby.
You are there.
So I don't know what I can do.
Please allow me to finish my sentence now.
Yeah, go away. There's no need for the attitude, though. I'm not being rude to you.
What's the police station there?
Yeah, go ahead.
To speak to my worker, her name's Kate.
Yeah.
From that moment that I put in that request, I'm now going to be asking you to leave the station as you have a warning not to be here.
Yeah.
You have a warning to
If you want me to leave, my darling, you're going to have to issue me a community protection notice because I'm not going to be leaving until I understand what. Don't worry, your face isn't in it, bro. If it catches, I'll blur it anyway. Don't worry. Okay. And I'm not here for members of the public. Sorry, I missed what she said then.
Kate Aiklin. Aiklin or Aiklin. Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Shall I wait? I don't leave her. She just looked around. She was gone. Okay, no worries.
It's definitely Kate, I think. It's definitely Kate. I ain't too sure.
Is it their main station or is it just a
The main one. It's Worcestershire. Is it? West Leisure, I think.
Hello.
It's Worcestershire. It's crossed by the.
Thank you. I'm a little bit frustrated. They've been bullying me for so long. I've been asking them a question since the 20th of December and they're just literally ignoring me. But thank you for that. It's hard with these guys. Yeah. I was trying to explain to them kind of like about my mental health and stuff and they... Oh, you do? Oh, so you know how difficult it is. I mean, I carry a medical card with me and everything saying that sometimes my volume can go up. So their response to that was to give me a community order which telling me that I'm loud and aggressive and intimidating, all the things that we have to hear through our whole lives. But you know, I don't know. And now they outright refuse to speak to me when I come here. It's crazy. It's hard. I'll be honest with you, because they're obviously the police, and at any point they can just put pressure. And what can we do? You know, it's difficult though. No doubt this whole scenario will come back to me that I was being antisocial in here and you guys were all scared of me and stuff. It will be like that, I promise you. It will be like that. They once arrested me on the bus. This is going back, not New Year's Eve, just gone New Year's Eve before, for not wearing a face mask. And when I got the paperwork, it was that I was being aggressive and loud, and they even tried to use legislation which is put in place to help victims of domestic abuse so that they could give evidence from behind a screen, dragged it on for over a year and then dropped the case. It was just total malicious prosecution, but it's crazy. I say to them on the phone, like, how are you supposed to have faith in the police force when they treat you like that? You know? I mean, really, I'm grateful that I'm intelligent enough to not go towards crime, because, I mean, being treated like this could so easily make somebody think, do you know what, sod it, let's just, do you know what I mean? But I'm better than that, and it's not what I'm going to be doing, so I just want them to answer so that I can be safe, you know? Yeah, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that, thank you. Oh, that's nice. I don't know where this lady's gone though. You probably end up arresting me now for antisocial behaviour. Sorry? Yeah, probably. Probably. She just walked away. Literally, she literally just walked away. They make me nervous though when they do this, because like, what's going on? Don't, literally, how can they tell me not to come in a police station? What if I need help? Do you know what I mean? Crazy. I went to Bristol Grammar School. Yeah.
Have you got on record that?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Have you got me on it?
Probably the back of you's on it, but if I
Yeah, can you get rid of that, please, mate? I don't want to be filming.
That's fine, because you're not in it, and like, if there's any of your details, I'll take it out. But I'm not filming you guys. It's because these guys tell lies. I have to record it, otherwise, by the time I leave and they try and slap me with an order,
Yeah,
they're
but
going
I'm
to
not being filmed at any police station.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I promise you, you won't be in it. All right, I can guarantee you that. Yeah, I went to Bristol Grammar, but not because I was clever, because I was good at rugby. So I got a scholarship. Yeah, yeah. But I did after. I was a bit naughty at school. I educated myself after when I left school because I read lots, and like if I find out about something or hear something, I've got to find out about it. So hours and hours and hours of articles on YouTube. Yeah. Thanks, that's nice. Yeah, feel a bit shy now though. I don't think I'm going to wait any longer. It's 10 minutes. I don't trust them. I'll just come back tomorrow or later. Let's see what she's. Give it one more minute. No, I'm going to just leave it. I hope you have a nice day. All right. Thank you. Take care. All right.
You going?
Yeah, I'm not waiting. Been waiting 20 minutes. She just walked away from me. That woman just walked away from me, so it's pointless me staying. I was going to get nowhere anyway. So that it was literally pointless me staying, but I'll be back. As I said, that was the second time that I've been in that station. And I have gone to Concord House a couple of times. I'm going to go to Concord House again later on my way home and see if they can explain things to me there, which I doubt. Really, I just want to speak to 939 King and ask him why he's telling people that they're allowed to do it, like they're allowed to go out auditing and I'm not. But he didn't actually say that, but he may as well have. Yeah, sorry that wasn't a very eventful video for you. Not that I mind, I actually prefer the quieter, more calmer interactions. I feel like I can get my point across a little bit better when I do that. But, you know, anyway, I've got to take a walk through town, so as I always do when I walk through town, I record anyway, so we may end up with a little interaction. We'll see. But firstly, we got to get safely across the road. Oh, there's police officers down there actually. Let me go and ask them what it means. They might be able to. Let's go and see what they say. Let's see if they've got a minute. Sorry. Sorry. Do you have 1 minute? No worries.
Are you at the car yet? By the police station. Remember, do you want today? I went over to Costa. I know where Costa's is. And
He's on the radio, so I feel like he's in there talking to control. Maybe they came here to speak to me. I guess we'll find out shortly. Watson trying to say I was antisocial in there. Hi.
The inspector is going to call you.
Hey?
I understand what.
I just wanted somebody to explain what this means
So
to
the
me.
inspector's going to call you, okay?
Is he?
The inspector's going to call you.
When's he going to call me?
He's going to call you in the next few minutes.
He's going to call me in the next few minutes,
that's
yeah?
what I'm told, yeah.
All right, so
The one that you normally deal with.
which one?
The one you normally deal. I'm going to leave you to it, mate. You know who I'm talking about. He's going to call
No,
you.
but there's two. There's Inspector Dolling and Inspector Scott.
One of them, I don't know.
One of those ones is going to call me in regards to explain this to me, yeah? So he
He's going to get called next few minutes. The inspector you normally deal with.
and he's going to explain this to me.
He might do. I don't know.
She's back at the desk.
Yeah, I think she's radioed to these. These guys knew my name, so thank you. What a knobber. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut the video now. Peace.